I'm going to tell you the 10 biggest strength and conditioning mistakes that are being made today in professional mixed martial arts. I'm just going to run through the list, hit the points real quick, and just give a little brief explanation. I'm not going to go into big detail because each one of these bullet points, there's going to be a video that will go into detail. First and foremost, number one, cutting weight. If you cut weight, you cut performance. It's that simple. There's no right way to cut weight. There's really bad ways and sometimes tolerable ways to cut weight. But never do you actually cut weight and perform better than if you had not cut weight. Given the fact that almost nobody is training optimally, the strategy I recommend is train optimally and don't cut weight. But if you are going to cut weight, whatever. Nobody ever says, oh, thank God, I had a great weight cut and that's why I won the fight. No, you hear, oh, this person had a bad weight cut, that's why they lost. Anyway, number one, cutting weight. Mistake number two, stretching. People are still stretching before they work out. Or I should just say, people are still stretching. What the fuck is wrong with you people? For more than 20 years, there has been irrefutable science that stretching has no place in athletics. None. Stretching decreases your strength. It makes you weaker. It decreases your strength. The official number is 5% and decreases your power 3%. Now, those are very low estimates, and those are done in a myopic setting where they do the stretch and then test the strength. And, oh, here's the baseline. After you do the stretch, you're 5% weaker than you were when you did the baseline. But extrapolate. Think about it, people. If you're 5% weaker and you work out, what's the effect going to be accumulatively? You're just going to be weaker and weaker and weaker than you actually could be. It's not optimal. Stretching before a workout increases the risk of injury. So everything that you've been told, all the benefits of stretching, are bullshit. There's almost no benefit to passive stretching at all. In some therapeutic cases, yes, and in some extreme cases, yes, but for professional athletes, no. The third biggest mistake, your warm-up sucks. I watch, and these are professional, I watch them warm up, and is this a high school cheerleading camp? What the fuck are you guys doing? There's like no thought or planning, or it's just something that, oh, I picked up here or did that, and what are you doing and why? A warm-up is preparation for the activity you're going to be doing. So it should look more and more like the things, the specific movements that you're going to be doing. Rarely have I met anybody that has a comprehensive warm-up or even a well-planned or thought-out warm-up. It's just kind of like running and jumping until you break a sweat. It's a waste of time, most of the time. Often, if you're still stretching for your warm-up actually increases your risk of injury. So that's the third biggest mistake, is that your warm-up sucks. Number four, your diet sucks. A lot of people have, well, okay, so there's a pendulum like this, and on this end you have the anorexics and the people with eating disorders who need to measure and control and right, and they are misinformed and they don't understand the goal. They're eating for appearance or aesthetics, and they're not eating for optimal performance. On the other end, you have people with no discipline, and then you get this retarded yo-yo effect where the guy's heavy or the fighter's heavy. Girls do this too. The fighter is heavy. They cut weight, And so they go on a diet, and they diet hard before the fight, so they're hypocaloric, so they are not optimal, and they're not performing well, so they're not training well, so they cut weight, and then they have their fight, and they cut weight, and then after they fight, they binge. So you've got this cycle going like this. Horrible, horrible health effects, but also just, it's not optimal for performance. And then add in all, take more pills, your diet sucks. The fifth mistake, fifth biggest mistake in strength and conditioning in professional martial arts or professional fighting. Boxing is included, kickboxing is included, in combat sports. The fifth biggest mistake is LSD. Not the drug, long, steady, distance training. What y'all call cardio. I've said it before, winning is anaerobic, losing is aerobic. Bell-to-bell fighting, see, y'all are trying to train to go 5 rounds or 10 rounds or make the fight last. You should be fighting or training to fight. To end the fight as quickly as possible with a definitive finish. With a knockout, submission, or TKO. That's it. That should be your goal. But y'all lazy pussy-ass bitches are satisfied taking it to the end and letting the judges choose. Not cool. So you're training long, steady distance. You're worrying about your cardio and not your explosivity, not your power, not your technique. Far more important. And if you do too much LSD, too much long, steady distance training, too much cardio training, you lose the ability to build strength and power. It has a deleterious effect on power. So you are consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, what you are doing is you are trading strength, power, speed, explosivity for cardio, for endurance. So you are saying, well, I'm not going to beat the shit out of anyone. I'm not going to actually hit them hard enough to put them to sleep. So I better train so that I don't get tired at the end of the fight and hope the judges like me. Mistake number 6, circuit training. Circuit training should only be used by bell-to-bell fighters or by real fighters that want to finish opponents, so grinders and Mars fighters. But the only official use, the only use for circuit training is if you finish a hypertrophy, strength, power cycle. After that, you want to maintain before your fight. So the last couple weeks before your fight, if you've got all this time off and you can dedicate the proper amount to hypertrophy training, strength training, power training, explosivity training, power, speed, and explosivity training, then, oh, you've peaked or you've reached a high level that you're happy with, and now you want to focus more on skill, then you can put in circuit training as an efficient way to maintain your strength, speed, and power gains. The mistake is people use circuit training instead of real training, instead of weightlifting or complex training, powerlifting, power training, plyometrics. We'll get to that. So, circuit training, trying to do both endurance, cardio, and strength doesn't work. So quit it. You're trying to cut corners, and it seems like you're having fun and it's really hard work, so it's going to make you. It doesn't. It's a maintenance thing at best, but you're not going to make gains. You're not going to make gains in your cardio or your endurance or your fuel systems. You're not going to make gains in your strength. You're going to lose strength. You're going to lose power, and you're going to lose speed. Stop with the circuit training. Or, you know what? You guys keep going. Everyone else, let them do their circuit training. All the bell-to-bell fighters, let them do it. It makes them easier targets. But if you want to knock people the fuck out, you want to pick people up, slam them, throw them out of the cage, don't do circuit training. Number 7, simulation training. Number 6 and number 7 kind of go together. Circuit training and simulation training fall under exercise selection. You guys are doing the wrong exercises because of misinterpretations, misunderstanding, miseducation, or, oh, it looks cool, marketing. Simulation training says that if you have a technique and you do that technique with resistance, you get better at the technique. Bullshit. If you add resistance to your technique, you change recruitment patterns, you change the neurological engram, and you fuck up your technique. Studies have been done with the shot put in track and field. I should be saving this for a later video, but I'm going to tell you now. They use a bigger shot put. Boom. When they go to competition with the smaller shot put, they don't throw as far. It seems like you're throwing a bigger shot put. You should be bigger, stronger, faster. Well, you're bigger, stronger, slower. So, if the exercise looks like something you will be doing, don't do it. Right? So, boxing with weights, that's simulation training. Don't fucking do it. Anyway, there's a lot of simulation type stuff. Athletic transference is very, very specific, and things that look like they're not going to help you might actually help you, and shit that looks like it will help you may not. Just stay here. I'll tell you what to do, what not to do. Don't do simulation training. Those little fucking simulation training altitude masks, that's how you spot a fucking idiot, okay? That, you see somebody like that, go sell them something. You see somebody wearing those fucking training masks, go sell, take your fucking amino acids or pre-work, whatever, go fucking sell it to them at twice what you paid for it, okay? That's what those are for. Oh, there's a sucker right there, okay? Number 8. There's already a video on my channel, so I'm not going to shoot another one going into detail. Look it up. Hypertrophy, right? So, hypertrophy training. There's a trend happening now, and it's because of misunderstanding or misinterpreting the data. Old school bodybuilding, weightlifting, lifting weights to get bigger and stronger, people have stopped doing it. They're shying away from it in favor of circuit training, which we've already established. Don't do circuit training. The hardier, more robust, bigger, stronger athlete lasts longer and tends to perform better. Hypertrophy is your foundation for all strength, power, and speed gains. They last longer and you get better results. Start with, if you're starting out in MMA, job number 1 is bodybuilding. We don't see a lot of bodybuilder type fighters anymore. And the theory is that, oh, the muscle makes you slower, blah, blah, blah. No. There's a time and a place, it's very specific. Go watch the video. Go watch the video on hypertrophy training. There's actually 2 or 3 of them I put out there. One was me talking to a seminar, and another one is specifically addressing hypertrophy. So, the mistake that I see is people are avoiding hypertrophy training, or fighters are avoiding hypertrophy training, and the solution is do it. Do it at the right time in the cycle of your training. It's starting to get cold up here. Mistake number 9. There's an aversion, and it's not just in combat sport. There's an aversion to heavy weightlifting, unilaterally across most sports and in the gym. And there's all these misconceptions that, oh, it's dangerous. Oh, well, you don't want to, you get more benefit. I don't know. I know where it came from. It came from fucking Flex magazine and Muscle and Fiction magazine and the fucking scam gyms. Any fucking membership gym is a scam, by the way. They're based, membership gyms want you to not use the gym and pay the fee anyway, and they're designed to do that. So that's where all this, oh, heavy weight training is bad. It costs more to maintain equipment if you're pushing the entire stack and letting the weights bang, and right. Same thing with the barbells and everything else. Heavier weights actually take more maintenance. So there's been this myth in fitness, but it's carried over into athletics, that heavy weight training should be avoided. And nothing could be further from the truth. It's called strength and power. How are you going to develop strength and power lifting pussy weights? It's not going to happen. Lift heavy. Lift smart. Train smart. There's whole science to it, but you should be lifting fucking heavy. Mistake number 10. Now, this is worldwide as far as I can tell, or at least internet wide. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna come up missing after I shoot. Maybe the Illuminati will get me. I don't know. Maybe the truth is not supposed to get out there, but y'all don't know plyometrics, all right? Many of you aren't doing plyometrics, and those who are doing, at least from what I've seen, don't know what the fuck you're doing. And jumping around is not fucking plyometrics. That's not plyos. Plyometrics are a very specific, explosive style of, or modality of exercise. And there's a few self-proclaimed experts, but they're full of shit. And anyone that knows what they're doing seems to be keeping it real tight, real quiet. And I will be releasing a video on how plyometrics, how to do them, what makes something plyometric. But there's fucking books out there. I don't know. But some people, I don't know, they haven't been able to transfer it from the page to the exercise. So, y'all don't know plyometrics. Hey, guys, listen. We are making the world a better place. We're saving lives. Subscribe to my YouTube page. And if you're not on YouTube, if you're coming across this through another venue, Facebook, whatever, log in to YouTube and subscribe. Thank you.